She became Princess Leia at just 19 and spent much of her life trying to escape the shadow of that iconic metal bikini. But behind Carrie Fisher's razor-sharp humor and fearless candor lay a secret she had carried silently for decades, something that began on the set of the film that would change cinema forever. What happened during the making of Star Wars would haunt her for 40 years, and the truth was far darker than anyone could imagine. Born in 1956 into Hollywood royalty, Carrie Fisher never had the chance to experience a normal childhood. Her mother was Debbie Reynolds, America's beloved sweetheart, and her father was Eddie Fisher, the crooner who famously left Debbie for Elizabeth Taylor in one of the era's most shocking scandals. Carrie was just 15 months old when her world fractured. She grew up watching her mother pick up the pieces from public humiliation while her father disappeared into addiction and neglect. The lesson was unavoidable. Fame devours everything. Carrie absorbed it all, the heartbreak, the performance, the relentless glare of the spotlight. She left high school early to appear in her mother's Broadway shows, and by 17 she landed a role in Shampoo alongside Warren Beatty. Then came the audition that would define and torment her life forever. George Lucas cast her as Princess Leia in 1976. At 19, she was brilliant, anxious, and wholly unprepared for what lay ahead. During filming, she began a secret affair with Harrison Ford, who was married and 14 years her senior. The relationship was both intoxicating and agonizing. Ford wouldn't leave his wife, and Carrie found herself drowning in a sea of unfulfilled desire. But there was another, darker current beneath it all. The pressure of the role, the isolation of shooting in England, and the constant anxiety pushed her toward cocaine. What began as casual use quickly escalated. By the time Star Wars exploded into a global phenomenon in 1977, Carrie was trapped, famous beyond measure, recognized everywhere, yet completely alone. The drugs grew stronger, the episodes more unpredictable, and the weight of it all became almost unbearable. The truth finally came in 1985. At 29, Carrie was diagnosed with bipolar disorder. The manic highs, crushing lows, and erratic behavior that had long been blamed on Hollywood excess were in fact the result of a chemical imbalance she had battled her entire adult life. The diagnosis was both devastating and liberating, but Hollywood was unforgiving. Roles dried up, studios saw her as unstable, and her career faltered while she fought to survive. She entered rehab multiple times and attempted suicide, yet she endured, channeling her pain into art. Her semi-autobiographical novel, Postcards from the Edge, published in 1987, turned her suffering into a story that resonated with countless readers. In her later years, Carrie Fisher became something more significant than a princess, a truth-teller. She spoke candidly about addiction, mental illness, and the impossible expectations Hollywood places on women. She worked behind the scenes as a script doctor, fixing flawed screenplays and helping other storytellers bring their visions to life. Leia remained a part of her identity, and she returned for the Star Wars sequels, but she had made peace with the legacy of that character. When Carrie passed away suddenly in December 2016 at 60, the world mourned not just Princess Leia, but a warrior who faced her demons openly so that others wouldn't have to fight alone. Her legacy isn't one of perfection. It's survival, humor, grace, and unwavering honesty.